guys want to take the wolves out since they don't have anything to feed them, or you just want to leave them to rot?
Hold on, you got beaten up by the constabulary?
Do help give provisions and more general stuff if you're looking for anything in that market.
Should be good to know.
They all kind of give you an eye, and then after about a couple seconds, they all kind of slowly go back to their drinks. We've been waiting for Gundren for a while. He was expected here about 2 days ago. Same with Sildar.
I'm gonna go talk to Silvor. What occurred where Gundren is, or the last time you saw him at the very least.
That's fair.
Casually trespassing.
My name is Duran Edermath. Brings a satyr so far to the countryside.
I have a whole college? Jesus. It's really not a bad idea.
I would love to help.
I would
As
appreciate.
I'm done dealing with issues, I will be back.
Of course. I keep an eye on the town from time to time, so if I find anything, I'll be sure to fill you in.
Thank you. What was his name again? Can you spell it for me?
Duran, D-A-R-A-N, Edermath.
Is he hungry like the wolf?
No.
Can you spell his last name?
E-D-E-R-M-A-T-H. Edermath. Although I think it's pronounced Edermath. Laura, can you give me... what's your passive perception?
Passive is a 12.
Okay. Give me a history check.
History check. Oh god. Okay. Let me roll my actual dice because VTT once again does not like me. 12.
Okay.
So much better.
You notice the pin that he is wearing is very old and kind of battle worn. It's got some scuffs on it, but it is a gauntlet that is clutching a sword.
Okay.
And you just kind of look at it. It looks a little familiar, but you just kind of look at it and go, that's nice. He has something.
That's fair. That's fair.
And we will jump over to Kellen.
So I think I'm gonna... Where's that Miners Association?
That is down the road over here.
I'm gonna check in over there.
Okay.
And I would like to, maybe make, a general medicine check. Mining is hard fucking work.
Yes,
So
it
I
is.
want to see if I can, help a couple of these guys feel a little better about their life by, maybe not chiropractic, but something similar.
So are you, just getting a medicine check of the people in the inn, or are you going to the Miners' Exchange and, looking for folk?
Well, yeah, the Miners' Exchange specifically.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sure no one's just hanging out in the Miners' Exchange, but...
Give me a perception check first off. DC won't be very high.
Normal.
Ooh.
Crit 1.
Yeah. It's getting to be about 5, 6 at night. There's business has slowed down, so there's not really anyone there at the moment.
Okay.
As you walk in, let me find her here. Nope, there she is. You find a woman behind the counter looking over a book and then kind of glancing at her nails, seeing if there's any dirt or anything on them. She is a human woman. She has short, curled brown hair and blue eyes. She has rough red skin, stands about 4'9", very ripped, very muscular built. She has an extremely sightly face. She has a colorful tribal tattoo on her neck and a complicated tattoo of a lance that kind of peaks over her neck that goes down along her back. She has slightly long nails, and she kind of looks up from her book. Oh, how there! How can I help you? It's a little late for mining, don't you think?
Yeah. God, I hate to use the phrase "I'm actually a doctor," but I am in fact a doctor. I was gonna
Now, are you a
offer to...
doctor or a member of the faith? I'm familiar with Kellenvor.
Oh, the second. Yeah. I'm a member of the faith. I was going to offer my skills as a practitioner of the mystic arts in a way to, help miners recuperate from their work. It takes a toll on the body, after all.
It does indeed, and how very kind of you to do that. Unfortunately, most of the miners have gone home tonight, but if you want to come back in the morning, I'm sure they could use a pick-me-up before they go back.
That's fair. I will do that.
So what brings you in? Name's Halia, by the way. Halia Thornton.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So, like, shade of red, this is GM.
Oh.
As, like, when you say shade of red, do you mean, like red skin? Do you mean, like...
I mean kind of like sunburned.
Oh, that's what I meant. Like, is she, like, sunburned? Is she, like...
No, not like tiefling red, but more like...
Kind of thing, tiefling red, or...
Yeah, like a sun-kissed, sunburnt...
You meant more like, Native American type
No.
red skin, which is offensive, but...
It's more of, like, sun-kissed to slightly burnt. Does that make sense? Like, patches are a bit red.
Human sunburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair, okay. That was my only question.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have been do you tiefling parent, question mark?
You don't know.
No, I don't. No, we were traveling into town with, your supply caravan. Where did we come from? Neverwinter?
Oh, you came from Neverwinter. So you were part of Rock Seeker's group.
Yeah. We're gonna do our best to find him in the morning.
Oh, yeah, we've been waiting on him to find that legendary mine or whatever he was hoping to find with his brothers.
At this point, I will pull out, like, a small notebook. Could you give me any more detail on that?
Well, I mean, he and his brothers came to town a couple months back. They were looking for some place called Wave Echo Cave. Apparently it had some kind of mystical well of magic or something. They called it a forge of something. I want to say a spell forge, something like that. I can't remember. You know, legends and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's supposedly whatever made Phandalin really big back in the day. But I don't know. But there used to be 3 of them. His 2 brothers have been out looking for the cave, and Gundren was supposed to come and meet up with them. But we're still waiting.
Are his brothers still in town, or did they vanish as well?
They were in town a couple days ago, but I don't know where they could have gone off to. I haven't seen them for a while, but they're not really the mining type. They're more of the what's the profession? Not architecture. Archaeologist, that's what it was.
Yeah. That makes sense. Alright. Well, thank you for your help.
Of course.
I will be back in the morning. If anybody, I don't know if the miners work a 3rd shift or not, but
oh no, heavens no. We're not these fancy city folk who like to work themselves to death.
Yeah, that's fair.
And do be careful out there. Those red brands like to get a little rowdy as the sun goes down.
Great.
Come again.
Yeah, and then I'll leave and go
rest
head back towards the inn with our newly acquired knowledge.
All right, and we'll jump from. What did you say, Cody?
No, it's irrelevant yet. We're good.
Okay, and then we'll jump from Celyn to Zarfola.
Hi.
What do you want to do?
Sleep.
You gonna go sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sleep.
I meant real life, but yeah, thank you.
All right, so you all take a long rest.
I want to go see if there's any of those red brands that are off by themselves.
Okay. In what?
If I'm awake yet from my half rest, I'll
Rosin is gonna go incite gang violence real quick.
Oh god.
Chair 4.
So, are you just
Tell him the Crips sent you.
Are you just gonna kind of wander town? Or are you just hoping to find some of them out the gate?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like wander around and look for, like, trying to keep myself as nondescript as possible, and just look for look for them and hopefully find one that's by himself.
So you're trying to look for like two or one of them off by
Yeah.
themselves? Okay.
Yes.
Take a step outside and give me a quick perception check. Not great.
Not great.
It's a little early yet. You kind of figure as you scan the town square here, it's about 7:30 in the morning, and as you kind of look around and notice none of them there, you're like, well, they are bandits, so they're probably sleeping in like a bunch of lazy thugs. You do notice over here. Remind me how to ping again.
Hold
There
and
we
hold.
go. So yeah, right about over here, you see a makeshift shrine.
A makeshift shrine.
A shrine. Give me a religion check, please. Okay. You do not recognize the holy sigils and signs on it, but you do notice an elf woman with short curled black hair and green eyes, silky copper skin. She's got a pretty athletic build from what you can tell with how far you are from her. And you can see she's tending to the shrine.
Okay. I'll approach her.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Good morning. What brings you to the Shrine of Timora?
Timora. I noticed the shrine and was coming to inquire about it.
Oh, well, she is the goddess of luck and good fortune. Are you searching for luck?
No, I've never had much in the way of luck, so I always just made my own.
Well, I'm sure the goddess would be happy to assist you in luck. I am Sister Garele.
Sister Gorilla.
G-A-R-A-E-L-E, for anyone interested.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Erich.
You seem quite skittish, I would say. You hide your face, if you don't mind me saying.
Most people tend to be a little put off by my appearance.
Well, Phandalin is fairly accepting if you disregard the rabble of these scarlet cloak idiots.
Mm,
Pardon my rude language.
not at all.
You do notice that on her, she has like a scarf around her neck and a pin holding it together. Give me a history check, please.
History check. Another one I'm not that great at. 9!
You notice it looks to be a very elegant silver harp. But other than that, you think it's another part of her attire.
I know what that is,
Erich
but
does
Erich
not.
does not.
I don't mean to intrude, but could I possibly ask a favor of you if you are part of the adventurers that came in yesterday, correct?
Yes, I am.
I need some help.
Okay.
I was tasked by my superiors to handle a delicate situation. There's a spell book they need some answers with.
Okay.
And the only one that can provide any answers about it is a banshee. A little ways off. Her name is Agatha. Now, last time I tried to communicate with her, it went well until something seemed to agitate her and I had to leave. I was wondering if perhaps you and your group could assist in getting answers on the spell book. If you have the time, of course.
Of course. Well, I myself am not very well versed in the ins and outs of magic, but I'm certain that someone in my party is.
Very well. I thought, forgive me, I saw the robes of Kelemvor and assumed that perhaps you would have
My monastic robes.
Yes. If it is of any help, the Banshee did seem to have quite an interest in the beautiful baubles she owned in life. Perhaps if you find something of that nature, she might be more passive in willing to talk with you. It's just something. I can offer 3 potions of healing as payment, if that would be of some use to you.
I'm certain we can find some time to look into that.
Very well. When you find the time, of course, please come find me again, and I will be happy to accompany you.
Certainly.
She goes back to her duties. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You want to give another look around?
Yeah.
Okay, give me another perception check.
Spent a little time talking, so. Jesus criminy.
Wow.
Jeez.
You spend the rest of your day, or not the day, but you spend the rest of your, you want to do like an hour or 2 of just kind of scoping around the town?
I'm just going to kind of give a look around from where I'm at and then go back and meet up with everybody else.
Okay. So you do that, don't really find anything, and then we'll jump back to Vhyryn.
Yes, sir.
Vhyryn's asleep.
No, at this point I'm wide awake because it was a shorter rest.
Yeah, it's the next morning by now.
Yeah, you did.
I have the
Oh,
Fey ancestry. I have the Fey ancestry stuff. I kind of just wake up and I go downstairs, kind of peering around the tavern of the inn, making sure no one else is there, and then that might seem important, and I kind of
You see-
outside looking for the others.
You see the bartender Tolbin kind of limping behind the bar as he sets out food for paying customers.
And is that the one we met last night?
Yes, that was the same one.
I kind of just throw him a friendly wave and
He waves back
go
and
outside to meet with everybody else.
okay. As you come outside, you see everyone else kind of slowly gathering, milling about. Oh, you find Erich coming back from the town square.
Kind of nod to him and then head his way to ask him about if he's seen anything important or discovered anything important.
You're talking with Erich then?
Yes,
I'll share with them about the job.
Okay.
I say, and you accepted, correct?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, we ought to be able to do these at the same time.
Nope, didn't want to do that one. There we go. Damn, these are some low rolls today.
17 is low on 2d10.
Right?
That's a D. What the fuck? Hang on.
Did you not realize you were rolling 2d10 this whole time?
That's still 2d10.
Yep.
I have it set as a D100. What the hell?
That's a d10.
What the fuck? Hang on. Something ain't right.
Did you forget a 0 in your macros?
This
Clearly.
whole time-
There we
There
go.
you
This
go.
whole time you were rolling 2d10.
So you're just like, Jesus, he thinks 17 is low on 2d10? Fuck
Well,
me.
clearly I wasn't paying attention. So, as you are all talking amongst yourselves, what are all y'all's passive perceptions?
14.
Well,
16.
16 is
Clickbait.
mine.
DM didn't know he was rolling D10s and not D100s.
he's
Clickbait.
special.
Very. So, you hear Grapip start to take off with his wagon as he heads out of town. And from around that corner, you hear some footprints coming from down this road from over here. And around the corner, you see two men in patchwork leather armor and scarlet cloaks. And you just hear one of them, "Yeah, it'll teach that half-wit to stay out of our town," before they go inside.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah, I want to go kill one of those red
Yeah,
brands.
that sounds like racism.
I'm going to go and follow them.
So you
Yeah,
go
I do
back
I'm going
in.
with.
You go back inside the inn.
Sounds
Yep.
like we gotta teach him a lesson.
So as you go back in, they're sitting at a table, and
I walk up to the red brands at the table.
I'm going to go stand behind one of them.
I'm gonna
I s-
be off to the side, but I'm going to be glaring.
I'm gonna hang out near the door.
okay.
I walk up to one and I confront them and I say, "Whose town do you think this is?"
They both look at you, and one's got his arms crossed, and he's like, "Whose town do you think it is?"
Not yours.
Is that the one that I'm behind?
Yeah, I'd say it is.
I'm going to real quick, grab his head, tilt it to the side, and bite into his neck.
Oh shit.
Kinky.
Me next.
Make an attack roll? Is that an attack roll?
Got obsessed.
Actually, I think it's I think it's its own ability.
Is it? Okay.
I mean,
Hang
roll
on, let me
for a
look at
grapple.
it.
And then-
Missing half. When you attack with this, see my features here. Let me open it and look at it.
Well, we're
Yeah, it's its own thing. Yeah. Hang on.
okay. Oh, the energy drain. That's right. Give me a second here to find what his AC is, because it can't be that bad.
Let's
It could
hope
be
so.
that bad. Yeah, that hits the armor class. That's a hit.
Fuck his soul. Hit.
Oh god.
No, that is max damage.
That's
That's
max
a D4 plus 3.
So you grab his head, pull it to the side, and just bite down, and you hear him just go, and his
And I look at
friend,
the other one, and I say, "This is our town,
Jesus Christ! It just bit Chris!
Chris.
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 Such a white
R.A.P.
name.
Chris."
You're trying to take over a town with a name like Chris?
Yeah, it's not even intimidating. So scared.
Well, you know, he tastes to me like his last name might be P. Bacon.
What?
Well, Chris isn't
P.
dead.
Bacon.
Chris isn't dead. He's
Oh,
very
he's not?
hurt. No, he's not dead.
Okay.
You did
well,
a
in
lot
that
of
case-
damage, so
He's like,
he's 100% stunned. You think you guys could just walk in here and
Yes.
and
I'm just gonna fucking deck him.
I was gonna
Oh
use
my
my
God.
ram ability.
Did we roll into initiative?
So Chris kind of looks to his buddy, who looks at all of you, and he is going to.
On that one.
He pisses himself and tries to bolt.
I
he
reach
ain't
over
running.
and lock the door.
Does he trip over a chair?
Oh God.
Oh no!
Oh.
I hit him with my head.
He's sitting down.
You're ramming the guy who's trying to leave, or
Yeah.
Yep.
oh, that's a hit.
It's not a lot of damage, but it's something.
So he tries to sprint for the door, and Kellen stands in between him and the door, and then you ram him, which sends him into a table, knocking over people's food and like breaking the table. Now
Vicious
we'll.
mockery on him.
Oh god.
I love this. I love this.
Hang on, I didn't have the fight like this prepared yet.
That's fine. I need a wisdom save from him.
Yeah, I know. Hang on. It's a DC 14.
I mean,
That's a pass.
I mean, there's a button there you can click.
Yeah, I
Roll
can't
it.
do that when I'm not controlling a token.
Right.
Right, nerd.
So he passes.
Damn.
What'd you say to him? I gotta hear it.
Your mom should have swallowed you.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Christ.
Oh.
Fucking naming you bullshit.
All right.
This isn't Chris, right?
We'll do initiative now.
Okay.
So let me drop 2 bandits just on the map, and I'll get the rest of y'all in here. God damn.
Alright.
Fuck.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. it's
Jesus
not-
Christ. Eric.
That's my next ability check.
Fuck.
I get the +7 on it.
That's fair. I'm like, how'd you have a +7? Like, yeah, that makes sense.
I forget how to do this. Sorry, 1 second. My
So that was a
You're fine.
+11 because of the energy drain.
There you go. So if you go to the combat tab, you can just hit the roll initiative.
It says combat isn't started yet.
Because we're waiting on Cody.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Eric, top of the turn order.
Yeah.
I would think.
So you still have your hand on Chris's head, and his neck is still cocked. You haven't really moved. What are you doing?
Didn't he try to run?
No, that was his other.
That was the other guy?
So
Okay.
hang on. That one lost 2.
No, Mr. P. Bacon is still here helping.
That
us,
lost
yeah.
7. So,
crispy bacon.
oh Jesus Christ, that's a hit. I'm assuming you're hitting Chris.
Yeah.
He's plus dead.
Okay.
How did you just elbow strike him in the neck, or what'd you do?
No, I'm going to give it a quick twist.
Oh, okay. So you hear a bone-chilling snap as Erich just grabs Chris's head and just, and Chris slumps to the floor.
Ah.
Is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm gonna move over and use my bonus action to hit the other dude while he's down.
That's fair. I think advantage because he's prone.
Yep, as long as you're hitting with a melee attack.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a nat
Jesus.
20.
Oh, fuck. Double
He's
damage.
dead.
It's a 16?
No,
No?
I rolled 2 2s,
Ah.
Yeah, he's real low.
so 8.
He is very hurt. The guy on the ground is like, throws up his hands. Is like, okay, you win. Well, I'll go tell everyone that we're sorry.
Take your buddy,
What remains of him?
give him to your leaders, whoever they may be, and tell them that if they don't leave, this is what awaits them.
He looks at you, looks at Chris's dead body. He's got tears in his eyes, and he like scrambles around you, and like tries to grab Chris, but fumbles, and then just grabs his arm and drags the corpse out of the building, running off into the town.
Smart.
That is the end of combat.
Yeah. Yeah, don't say.
What was his name?
You don't know. You didn't get it.
Meta. What was his name?
Give me a second here.
He didn't know.
Please over there with Chris and Charles or something.
Fantasy name generator.
Why you going for a fantasy name now and you went with Chris before?
Chris.
Chris just spilled out.
The other one is George. George and George.
There are those who call me
Steve.
Steve.
Chris and
His
Steve.
name is Steve.
Chris and Steve.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that your bosses have to put up with you guys.
Oh my god.
Give me an intelligence check. Everyone who was looking at him.
Intelligence.
Nope.
19, hell yeah.
Well, the DC's a 10, so
Hell yeah.
Celyn, Zarfola, and Erich, were you rolling for that or no?
I'm trying, but it's not letting me.
Uh,
There
you
we
can
go.
just at the
Just
top of the
clicked
character.
on it.
There we go.
Yay!
So Erich, Celyn, and Zarfola, you think about it for a little bit, and you realize Chris and Steve may have only been like 21, 22 years old.
I don't care.
Fairly young guys.
They
I'm
picked
only
the wrong
15.
path.
As a... Oh shit, he is only 15.
Yeah, I think I'm the oldest non-elf member of the party.
Say yeah. I'm 136, so
Oh my god.
Which is basically 15.
yeah.
Forget what
For an
it is.
elf, that's
I'm
basically 15.
like
Yeah.
I'm like late 20s.
So, what do you do now?
I am 25.
I say we
Well,
go. We
I'm
have
going
Eric
to,
lead us that job.
I'm gonna put down 2 gold for the table,
Mm-hmm.
and how much to replace their food.
Would have been about 5 copper each.
Okay, I'll give him a silver then.
Okay. You do notice that. Are you all leaving?
Yeah.
I'd
We
say,
will
yeah.
be, and I'll offer a sincere apology to the folks whose food got.
You see the folk are all like the whole inn is quiet after that whole exchange, and a lot of mouths are just left wide open. They are kind of like they're very like the best way I can describe it is a gasp at even with you apologizing for their food. They're just kind of like frozen in fear.
Oh, I wiped the blood off my chin. Sorry.
And you leave the building.
I guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. I'll toss my hood back.
And start on fire in the daylight.
No.
You see as you leave the building a rather portly gentleman running up towards the inn. It's a human male. He has short, combed back, chestnut hair with blue eyes. A very round, portly face with mutton chops and fair skin. Stands about 5'5" tall. He's pretty portly, all over, with a thin mustache. Looks very easily frightened, which his face is very pale. And he's dressed in very what I would say noble-ish clothing. You've seen better from Neverwinter, but you can easily derive that he's probably a banker.
Mm-hmm.
And he runs up to you and is like, What in the sweet hell's happened here? I'm out for my morning walk and I see a dead man getting dragged through my town?
Oh yeah, sorry, they tried to start some shit. And
A dead bandit.
He gets up into your face. Do you realize what you just fucking did to my town?
Do you realize who you're talking to?
No, in fact, I don't know who I'm talking to. Who are you
I
people?
just sent a message to them that what they do is not acceptable, and there are people who are standing up.
Well, I appreciate it, good sir. You have roused a hornet's nest. The tap house is going to be flooded with crimson coming onto my streets and threatening my people.
Weren't they doing that already?
I guess I better go kill some more.
He just stutters a bit more, just like, oh my god, my words are not getting...
When I wiped the blood off of my chin, I did a very poor job of it, so there's a streak of red from my mouth.
I'm sorry, is that blood on your lip? Who are you people? Come on, speak up. He tries to, like, calm himself.
You are no one.
He tries to calm himself. He goes, I am Harbin Wester, elected town master of Phandalin.
No.
No, what do you mean, no? I'll have you know, the good people of this town elected me as town master, and I serve as judge on the minor disputes that happen here.
That is not what we were told. We were told there's no current sitting government in this place, so...
yes, not a sitting government as such, like, with guards, but there is,
and you
like...
were not elected.
Excuse me, sir. The people here elected us. Who do you know in this town? Come on, speak up.
I cast Mr. Knocker on him.
I know Darren. Or Duran, however you say his name.
Duran? Yes, very credible person in this town. He will vouch for my authority.
We were notified that the only real authority in this town is the Miners Guild.
The Miners Guild acts as an official records-keeping business. They keep...
like the government to me.
Yes, but they do not enforce taxes. They don't enforce the protection. Do you realize what we're talking about? There is going to be a murder in this town. You people just...
There already was. What are you talking about?
Are you admitting to a crime, sir?
No, we saw
No.
it. It's fine.
Killing a bandit is a public service. You're welcome.
These bandits, while they are outlaws, are members of this community. This is a murder.
No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
I'm sorry, sir.
Members
but
of the community are upstanding
if you
citizens.
are keeping this town safe, you're doing a piss poor job of it.
Have you people not heard of a mayor? Or, like, the mayor doesn't... Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening.
I can't think
Maybe
of
you should have
anyone.
had a proper guard in this town.
We don't have the money for the... Phandalin has only been coming back from the ruins for 8 months. There's no, like, official guards in this town. It'll be another year before Neverwinter even decides to send guards here. Like,
well, then if you want your town back, you're going to have to get somebody to guard it, and we'll be your cheap hire for now, but you'll owe us in the future.
Travis, I would like
If you want it back, you're going to have to get rid of the outlaws and the bandits.
Travis, I would like to make a charisma check.
Okay, what are you doing?
I would like to say, like, to the room, show of hands, who would rather volunteer for a guard shift than continue putting up with the red brands?
Are you asking that, because I think you're outside now. Are you asking... Okay, so you left.
Open the door to the tavern.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah. Show of hands, who would rather volunteer for a guard shift than continue putting up with the red brands?
There's like...
I
yeah.
raised my hand.
Oh.
can he do that with advantage since we're all there?
Not a single hit.
I'll let him roll with advantage. Oofta.
Better.
A little better.
Still not great, but better.
That one definitely hurts you.
Ugh, gross.
So
Why does VTT hate me?
so you open the door and you ask, all right, of everyone here, who would pull a guard post instead of deal with bandits? And everyone like was getting back to their meals and such and kind of recuperating, and then they all just kind of freeze because you asked. And they're all like, well, I gotta work here, and well, that guy runs the bar, so if we all do that, who's gonna run that stuff?
Just not saying we're doing it, but just as a question, who would volunteer for a shift if it got the red brands out of your town?
And they all kind of look around to make sure no red brands are listening. It's like, I mean, if it was a voted thing, and they're kind of looking amongst each other, like, I think we maybe possibly could work it out in a timetable that worked out beneficially to everyone involved.
Perfect.
There we go.
I just look at the mayor and go, really?
We all have jobs. I don't know what you want me to do.
I
Okay,
just gave you never mind.
I am
I
going.
just walked past him.
I am going to the town master's hall. I am going to have a strong drink from my flask. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna let this happen. I'm going to go deal with the paperwork and drink myself into a coma.
That
Does he have that
is
flask
not
on?
being a town master.
Oh, but that sounds like
Which
a
is
government
why I
official to me.
100% think you should go do it, because you obviously are not an elected official.
I see here. I will
You're not
contact.
gonna do anything. Sit
I.
down.
You will do what?
I'm going to go contact the council, and they will all come together, and we will determine if your crimes are justified.
Okay, and we will tell them that you have been complicit in bandits roughing up the supplies coming into your town.
How do you know this? How do you have?
Because
I've
we
just
escorted
met
the
you.
guy here and got an eyewitness account from him and the shopkeeper.
Which shopkeeper?
The one who... fuck, what was the name?
Are you talking about the inn or?
No, the other one. It doesn't matter. The fact is
Elmina?
that the Red Brands specifically state that they have your authority at their back. And you are doing absolutely nothing to change that perception in our eyes. So, as far as we are concerned, and you saw what I did to that one, because you saw him getting dragged by his friend.
Oh, you took the
You
chunk
are
out
one
of
of them.
Chris's neck.
Yeah, he
know
was.
his name?
Yes, did I not just say that a chunk of the Red Brands are members of our community?
But by the use of the word
can I-
outlaw, they're not.
Can I take an intimidation check and ask him if he, and pretty much scare him into telling us if he runs the Red Brands?
Sure, you can do that.
Something like, are you in charge of them? Is that why you're covering them?
Go ahead and
You
make
take
a roll.
a cut of their pay?
Make a roll. And very badly.
Can I assist?
Sure, you can assist. Jesus Christ.
All 5'8" of my height.
How
Meanwhile,
dare
I'm
you.
standing in the back trying to wipe more of the blood off my face.
It's dried at this point, so it's not coming off.
Eh.
How
just picking
dare you? I have been intimidated by them more than I'm being intimidated by you now. As I've
We can
stated,
fix that.
there has been no protection in Phandalin. How are we supposed to throw them off when they have hundreds of people at their
Well, you
back?
have protection now.
What would you need protection from? The Red Brands?
Their leader, Glassstaff,
Hey, where's Glassstaff?
they operate out of the ruins of Tresendar Manor at the top of the hill there.
If
Got
we
it. I
cleared
start
them
walking
out
in
for
that direction.
you,
Ferb,
Yep,
I
I
know what
head
we're
that
going to
way.
do today.
you wouldn't need protection anymore.
Are you all just
Not
walking
understand.
past Harbin to go?
Yeah.
No,
As soon as he says that, I
as
say, got it, and I start walking.
they're
I-
walking
yeah,
away, and I look at
immediately
them.
disengage and head that way.
I look at him and go, "If we clear them out for you, you won't need protection anymore." And then I start walking.
I'm going to get
Oh.
right up in his face, make a funky hand gesture, and say a word, and purify the alcohol in his flask back into water.
Oh, I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna about face, and I'm gonna walk over to the general goods store.
You gonna go to Elmina's?
Yep.
Okay, you go to Barthen's Provisions. As everyone else is heading towards Tresendar Manor.
Actually, and on the way there, I want to stop at that. I don't know how to ping, but
The tap house?
at that little, no, is that where all the Red Brands hang out?
Yeah, they hang out at the tap house.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I throw a Molotov in it.
Oh my
No,
God.
no, we don't want to burn it down. That was a joke.
So, we'll go with Erich right now, who's detouring. You show up to Barthen's Provisions. I assume you go inside.
I do. I go inside.
You find Elmina just kind of stocking her shelves, and
Hello again.
good morning.
You need to stock them. She knows where they are.
What do I owe the early morning visit?
Do you have lantern oil by chance?
Yes, I don't see why not. How much do you
Oh.
need?
How much do you have? I say with an ominous grin with the blood smear across my face.
Here's a wet nap. Fix that.
Just out of curiosity and my safety, dear, what are the intended purposes of this lamp oil?
I'm going to burn red brands.
Make a persuasion check.
There you go.
All right.
I'm proficient.
She looks at you, looks like she's going to say something in protest, then pauses and just about faces, goes in the back, and you hear the clamoring and cluttering of jars, and then she brings out like armfuls of like 10 of them, puts them on the counter, and make those fuckers burn.
You got it. And I'm gonna, while she's in the back, like she comes back out to me, like pouring a little bit of water on a cloth and just wiping the dry blood off my face. And I'll go, how much do you want?
Honey, you get those fuckers out of this town, it's free. We can settle the payment later.
You got it.
We are going to take a short break.